Heya, so we're just jumping straight into it. I've done some sketchbook work and this is the final design I've come up with. It's a big red circle skirt with flowers and a blue and white shirt.
Lock it, lock it, unlock it, lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it. Roller coaster ride in the fast lane, got the roof down, kiss me hard in the rain.
This is the shirt block that I adapted. I basically just cornered it off, so this makes it more boxy, and I cropped it a little bit too. Placing it on the mannequin, I like the shape of it, but it was still too long for my liking, so I just cropped it a bit more, doing it at the line that I had already drawn. This is my sleeve pattern. Like I did with the jacket, I boxed it off by cornering it, making it a square. This was so that it didn't taper down at the bottom, which basically means it narrows. I also extended it to make it floor length. This is a circle skirt toile. It's short because I didn't need to practice the length, I just needed to see how the waist fits on the mannequin. This isn't how I'm going to be pleating it, but with the structure underneath, this is sort of what it looked like. This is my petal toile. I basically sewed them right sides together, used a 0.5cm seam allowance, bagged it out and top stitched it, and sort of like put it where I thought it might go. I don't think I'll have it this high up though. I'll definitely have to put some sort of structural element into it because it's super floppy and it won't hold itself up. Here I've also tried some ways that I'm going to drape the top layer onto the base layer. This is just a pick-up method and I pinned. Then this is some sort of twist one. I think I'll go for the pick-up method, but I won't do 3 in a row because it looks a bit odd. The twisty one looks too bulky in my opinion. This is my shirt toile. It was interesting to see how I will be attaching the sleeve onto the armhole. This could be quite tricky because you have to ease it, so sort of pleating it in place, because there's more fabric on the sleeve than there is in the armhole. I quickly noticed that I sewed it the wrong way in. I need to make sure that I hide the seam on the inside, so I'll just keep that in mind for the real thing. Today is officially day 1 making my actual outfit. I'm not necessarily worried about time because I'm allocating myself this half-term week to make it. Hopefully it won't take the whole week. I'm hoping to get it done maybe like Friday, Saturday. So for day 1, the goal is to cut everything out. So the skirt pattern is actually quite big. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough space on my bedroom floor, but we'll give it a go. So this is the fabric that I got from Hobbycraft. As you can see, there's a lot. Ideally, I was wanting red satin, but at Hobbycraft they didn't have any. I think they have it at Hobbycraft, but just not the one that I went to, which sucks. But it's like I needed it. This one works, you know, this one does the job. Let's not talk about the state of my room. I'm, what, like 10 days away from hand-in. Do not judge, please. We all know that you're like this as well, okay? I know every fashion student, when it comes to like 10 days less than hand-in day, you... Listen, it doesn't matter the state that you're in, or the state that your room's in. What matters is that you hand the thing in. This is my circle skirt pattern. It's really big. Tabo. 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 This is already frustrating as it is. I don't have enough space here to cut it. I might have to move somewhere else. Excuse me. Sir. Oh no, he's crazy. He's crazy. Oh my god. Ow, it hit my feet. Taro, am I going to put your time out? No attacking, Taro. No attacking. No. I finally got there. I just had to move the fabric in a different direction because I know like diagonally it's longer. So yeah, I was using the pot for a bit, I won't lie. And this cat is doing my head in. So I've pinned it all along the edge, making sure that it's all like flat. And like drape it and make it look like, you know, like pinch it up and whatever, so you won't really see the base layer. So yeah, I might quickly have some of my ice cream because I'm getting a bit like hot and flustered from this, because I feel like everyone knows that I don't really like sewing or garment construction, and that is just me. All you people out there doing all this artsy, textile-y, fashion stuff, make sure you take your breaks because it's really important. I say on the verge of tears. No, I'm not on the verge of tears, I'm just on the verge of like I feel like I could snap any minute, but you know what, like that. This is the base layer on the first part of the CANCAN. At this point I'm getting a little bit hyped up, you know. Pin it and sew it, just making it a bit more like layered. So quite like princessy sort of, something like that maybe. I'd rather pay £3 a metre for something sort of see-through than £8 a metre. I'd rather die. Oh, it is kind of see-through, but oh, it is very see-through. Oh well. I've got a lot of this white cotton. I think I've got 7 meters. I only need 6.5, but I got 7 as like a just in case. That's not really how you're supposed to do it, because you're supposed to use your lay plan so then you don't buy more fabric than you need. But I know what I'm like, so I was like, you know what, I'll get more. For the white cotton I need to cut out everything for the shirts. So I've cut out 20 of the petals. I folded the fabric into quarters, so there's 4 in each. So it's 8:45 and I've just got up, had a shower, washed my hair, sort of just had a full like factory reset. So today is Wednesday and it's officially day 2 of making my final outfit. Today I'm going to try and complete the skirt. So I'm going to start by doing the CANCAN bit, which is pleating it and then attaching it to the top part that I've already made, and then fixing the fastening because it is a hook and eye, but that doesn't work, so I might make it like a tie. I just decided to do a quick test sample, so I just cut a bit off and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it does create quite a bit of a lift, so when it's circled around, you know, it'll give it that look. I just finished sewing it. This is what it looks like. It's just a really long bit of pleated CANCAN. I'm going to attach it to the bottom part of the top bit. So I've just attached the bottom and the top. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the bit where I attached it right sides together. Can you see that? So now really big skirt. Oh. So yeah, this is still the top, and then that's the bottom. So yeah, it's basically just giving it structure. So I had a little thought about how I'm gonna fasten the CANCAN skirt. Basically, I thought about elastic, and I thought, you know what, that can go really wrong. I thought about tying it up so it's some sort of like lace up thing, so like you get the two sides and then you do it in a bow, but then I thought that's gonna make it look really uneven where you tie it, like there's gonna be a bulge of the excess fabric. Then I went in my little tin of like random stuff, and I found this little baggie full of interesting little fastening stuff. I found these big poppers, and I tried sewing it with like a normal needle and thread, but you're gonna need to use embroidery because the holes of the CANCAN are quite big. So like the thread was literally just going straight through the hole and like not staying. Because I used that really thick thread to sew the popper on, I basically used embroidery thread, right? Because that's really thick, the other part doesn't even fit on it anymore. Okay, pause. This could have been the issue where the thread was too thick, but I also sewed it on the completely wrong way. Okay, so I've come up with another idea. So I'm gonna keep the hook and eye there still, the one that I had initially, and then I'm going to get another bit of the hook and eye, so I think this is the eye. Put another one here, maybe put another one somewhere else as well. And the CANCAN skirt is done. Let me show you what the CANCAN skirt looks like, because at the moment it's sort of just like pushed everywhere, but let me put it somewhere proper so I can spread it out and show you. So now I'm going to start the actual skirt, double rolling the hem to neaten it. This is the top one and that's the base one. I'm going to attach the top one to the bottom one. I hope that skirt is enough to go on top of the CANCAN skirt. I might just test it quickly, see if it fits. So it does fit on top of the CANCAN. I just have to make sure I don't make the waist too tight, otherwise it will have to sit up higher on the body and you'll see the CANCAN skirt from the bottom. Oh, Tara's got the zoomies from the CANCAN skirt. So yeah, I'm gonna double roll hem it. I just checked that it fits and it fits completely. So I'm just gonna double roll hem them both, attach them together on the sides and the waist to bag it out, and then put the zip. Okay, I just finished pinning all that and it's taken me ages. Okay, so I finished my double roll hem on this skirt. Need to go do it to the other one now. Okay, so I've done the hems on both of the skirt parts. So what I'm gonna do next is sew them together on the side seams and the waist, so leaving the bottom, the hem free. I'll be honest, like I'm quite tired. I'm not like exhausted, but like my back hurts and stuff. Just gonna iron it down to flatten it, keep it in place for when I stitch it, so it flattens it down. That seam line right there, that can be hidden right in the middle as I iron it down. I'll go get my pins in a minute. Oh, that one came off. Okay, so I did the first top stitch. As you can see, I did it really close to the edge. So that's sort of locking the edge in place. So now I'm just going to do like a thicker one, maybe about 2 centimeters, or maybe just a little bit over, just to lock the seam allowance, because I can feel the seam allowance. And it was 2 centimeters. So just to like lock it in place. Look at this waistband, you guys. Look. I'm actually proud of myself about that. Okay, so it's 8:37 and I've just had a shower, put some clothes on. I'm gonna have some breakfast. This is the skirt at the moment. You'll notice that at the end of day 2 it ended abruptly. That's because I lost my mind on the zip. So the goal for today, day 3 of making the outfit, is to make all the fans. I'm gonna just start off by hand sewing these bits that I've like picked up. What I did was I just sort of like went around and just picked up where I thought it looked nice. So I'll just quickly hand sew that up. So I've just stitched a little bit and that's just holding it in place. So I have to do that like 10. And now I'm just going to sew with 0.5 seam allowance. You can see I'm doing it literally like right on the edge. Oh. I need to press it really good, otherwise it will just look like a triangle, like a pizza, but that's not what we want. That's not what I want. I could eat a pizza right now, but... Right, so I've ironed them all down and that actually took a really long time. It was hard to make sure that it's like right on the edge. Like, I got a real crisp and clean. Just really excited for when this outfit is over, to be honest. I'm sorry, but like, how does this even happen? Like, I'm just trying to sew. Mate. Okay, so I've top stitched all of them. That's sort of just like left the bit that I ironed in place, so it won't move. It's also quite a nice like outline decoration. Some Sensations. Not sponsored, wish it was. Boning. This is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like with the boning in. Have a bit of like showing hair, and that will hopefully like hide the bits where it doesn't meet so nicely. On my initial design, I was gonna have 5, but I feel like that will be way too big, and you won't really be able to see all the detailing that I did with the draping. So I'll just have 3, and then I'll have another 3 on the back. 2 o'clock. I've finished the petals, so I've done 6, so rather than 5 on each, so it makes it a full flower, I'm doing like half flowers, so it's sort of like half a flower, but it also symbolises the fan, you know, like the fan you open like that. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, so that's the boning that you can see, and I've just pinned it in place for now, but I will hand sew it in place. That was like one of the leftover petals I've just like scrunched up. And I might have it like that and then put the shirring bit inside. I just did that with the 3 on the back just to make it a bit more different. I've done it smartly to sort of like hide the zip, so it's just like that really. I keep like losing the plot, I won't lie. I'm just sat on this chair in the living room and I've just been hand sewing that back bit. I was sat on that chair but I was hand sewing that bit and like I'm losing the plot. I've got a sudden urge to just give up. I don't want to do this anymore. My vegan ice cream, so I'm gonna have some of that. 6:48. Got all the bits hand sewn on, so I need to put elastic in the bobbin. I want to change the thread to a darker colour, and then I'm basically just going to sew a bunch of circles. One of them work on the machine, I'll use it. Keep those very safe. I'll go for the metal one. Woo! Come on. Wow. That's it. I love the tears, I love the flower fan accent. Yeah, so it's officially day 4 of making my outfit, and yesterday I finished the skirt. But now that the skirt's done, I can focus on the shirt. I just need to make sure I twirl the collar and reveal first, because that's the only bit that I don't know how to do. So it's currently 9:08. Why am I all this? It's 9 AM, okay? And I'm tired. Like, every morning I've woken up with really sore eyes, like I'm exhausted. If the collar and reveal just goes absolutely tits up and I try all day to figure it out and I just can't, then I'll scrap it and just not do it. But hopefully I can figure it out. I just need to be more optimistic. So let me show you the patterns. Back shirt, all the like mathematical diagram for like the collar facing. So hard, like I can't do it, but it's just because I didn't even try properly in first. I probably should have ironed on my own, like personally, but as in like for my career, not that I'll miss it, but it's just what's doing that one centimetre. So what I've done is I've attached the shoulder seams, and then the undercollar, I think you attach it like this, I don't know, I'm just giving it a go. I watched a little bit more and I think I just pinned it wrong, so I think I meant to do right sides together. Sew that bit, and then once I get like here, I have to turn it. You know when like you're trying really hard but you just can't wrap your head around it and you just feel like a twat? Yeah. So these are the sleeves. On day 1 I cut them out. I just found this in one of the art rooms, blue yarn. I'm going to zigzag stitch this onto the sleeves in stripes. This is the yarn couch dom. I notice it's imperfect and I was doing that on purpose, since in my indigo samples the lines were wobbly and I really like that, so I wanted to replicate it. Here I'm neatening off the cuff of the sleeve. I'm doing this by double rolling it. What I'm eating, I'm gonna have something to eat and then carry on with the sleeve bias binding. Pinning the bias binding I made onto the edge of the sleeve has been quite tricky, just trying to like trap it well. Since the cotton was quite see-through, I did 2 layers. Heya, so it's officially day 5 of making my final outfit. I'm hoping that today is the day that we get it all completely done, because we've just got the sewing some more of the blue yarn onto the bodice and then attach the sleeves, and then I will just do a quick maintain of this tie. All that's left to do. Finish couching on the blue stripes on the, and attach the sleeves that I have already made, and then just neaten, and that's either going to be some sort of bagging out or bias binding. This is what the bodice currently looks like. So I've got the stripes, and I'm just going to leave the stripes how they are for now. I'm debating whether to keep the neckline like that or maybe make it more of like a V. I'm also planning on cropping it where I've put this needle here, because it's so long that it's covering some of the skirt and I don't like that. I wanted it to be cropped. So I've finished sewing the stripes on the back. So the bodice is all complete. It looks like a cute little jacket. So now, the leaves are all done too. So I just need to attach them to the bodice. This is the shirt. Almost done. I've just sewn on the sleeves. That's the jacket, that's the sleeve, and the inside seam I need to neaten it, so I need to bias bind it. This is going to be tricky because it's a circle, like it's a curve. When like you bias bind like a straight line, it's quite easy, but when you're doing it on a curve, it's harder because you really have to like manipulate it well.
The horse 10 1 riding for Andrew Holding, who's 12th and 13th runners in the race. Julie Woods living the dream. Here's our runner in the derby. The horse
like fold the thing over, and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually really like how that looks. It looks like the revere that I wanted to do but I just couldn't do.
Run with it. The blueprint is obviously Damon Hector. He won down under years ago. Now look at him, he's a main figure on the main tour. I mean, what more players to come through?